Welcome to another interview of the Wild Women Symposium that is going to be in the spring of 2016 at the Leonardo Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today I have with me my very dear friend, and I love to call her Goat, and all of her friends call her Goat, and her name is Lisa Quist, and she has been one of our anchors and one of our stabilizing points at the Wild Women Symposium. And she and her partner, Emily, and Emily is a massage therapist who does amazing body work at the Wild Women Symposium. So if you get all stressed out and feel like you're ungrounded, Emily is the person that's going to stabilize you. And Goat is also the person that can really help weave energy around you and help you feel like you're part of the tribe. And so Goat is part of our tribe, and she is going to be teaching a class at the Wild Women Symposium this spring. And we're so excited that you're going to teach this class. Now, you came up with the title of this class, so give us the title of this class.
Well, first off, I just want to say right before we start, I am sitting in a public library. So if somebody walks in the door, who knows what's going to happen. But I'm in the nonfiction section and nobody comes here. Go figure. Anyway, the title of the class is How to Train Your Dragon. And it kind of goes along with the movie. Do you want me to just, yeah, okay. And for me, I love the movie, because you have this young kid and he's going into his formative years and he's going through a lot of changes and he meets this big, dark, scary thing. And they learn to work together. They learn how to serve one another. They both have their shortcomings and handicaps, and they learn how to make those work for one another and work with each other. And for me, a dragon, in a metaphysical sense, is your shadow side. And any mystery school, or at least the mystery school I'm in, is all about learning how to make your shadow serve you and how to work with it. Maybe make it is the wrong way to, but how to work with your shadow, how to become friends with your shadow, how to look at all those little warts and imperfections and things that just make you shit fucking nuts about yourself, and like it, or at least if you don't like it, to be friends with it and learn how to serve you. Maybe like it is how to love it. You don't have to like it. Loving is very important. They're two different things. But yeah, that's kind of where we're going with that. How to train your dragon.
I love this.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I said I love this title. I think it's a great title. I think it's an exciting thing because I think inside of us, especially as women, we feel like we are a dragon. I mean, I don't know a woman inside that doesn't feel like there are moments that she's just like, rah, and she just wants to be this dragon. And I love that.
Light you on fire.
Right. Absolutely. And so how do we work with that fire? And how do we work with these parts of ourselves that are hidden in the shadow and buried in the shadow? So tell us, give us a little teaser about what the class is going to be like.
The really funny thing just now, I was just like, oh, maybe I'll kind of add that in, is, talking about fire in its fire in its physical sense. And in a lot of ways that we look at fire in a metaphysical sense is to look at it as a transformative. It's also a light. It's very illuminative. So, there's that. So yeah, in a way, you're so smart. Anyway, what I want to do is to, I have a couple of path workings, guided meditations. One is to take you to a place where you can see, I don't want to tell everything because I don't want to preclude a journey,
right?
But I want to take you to a place where you can see some things, bring some things to the light and go, oh, okay. And then, we can talk about it and we can do that. We can share, because I think sharing is so important. Sharing is important. Speaking is important. Manifestation, that magic, that comes from the breath is so important. And speaking about it, let's in listening to somebody else that you're not alone. Yeah, you have to walk this path by yourself, but sometimes somebody's walking along in their own furrow, holding your hand. Sometimes, because nobody's doing this alone, even though we're all doing it alone. It's yours, but everybody's doing it together. Yep, when you're on, what is it? When you're on paradox, you're at the edge of truth. Isn't that how that works? So we want to go there. We'll go to this, I'll take you to this place where we find these things. And then I want to take you to another place where we can deal with it, where we can learn how it serves us. We can cut it away. We can chip away at the things that are just like, no, okay, that needs to transform. That needs to do whatever needs to be done. So, and on the way there, we'll find some magical shit. So there, I'm going to swear in your video.
Yay! Yay! I love that. That sounds wonderful. That sounds like a lot of fun. I mean, I love guided visualizations, and I love the tools and metaphors that surface as you move into the right brain. And I think we get so left brain oriented in our culture that it's our right brain that has these symbolic answers for us that explain so much of ourself. And I love guided visualizations because I think that that is the map to the subconscious realm in the right brain. So that's wonderful. Now, I want everybody out there, you know, because everybody who's been to the Wild Women Symposium knows you, but those that don't know you, tell them about you and who you are and the nature of your work, because you guys are all the way up there in Idaho, but you lived for many years in Salt Lake City.
I did. And it's funny, you know, I grew up in the dominant culture there. I didn't live in Salt Lake my whole life. We moved when I was 12, and at that time it was a curse, but yeah, we moved to Elko, Nevada, which is a lovely town, but it's nice to visit. So anyway, but as I got older, things weren't working out in the dominant culture. I am gay, and happily so. And I also just started to question the faith and how that worked, and it wasn't really working for me. And in moving around a lot, I ended up back in Salt Lake, ended up falling in with the local pagan community. It's funny, I describe myself as pagan, but I don't know if that's really the truth. I honestly think to some degree there's no description for me and what I believe. I mean, I tell people I'm the only goddess I believe in. I'm the only deity I have. I worship my own divine spark, and worship it's really work-ship. I don't know. Anyway, but I have been practicing with a local coven mystery school for the last, I'm going on 9 years. I am an initiate of that. And I've also done several public rituals, dozens of public rituals and path workings. I don't know what else to say. I'm just me. And I just turned 50 this year. And, you know, sometimes you just look around the world and you think, God, I've got to help. And maybe what experience will help people. So here I am.
Well, and that's the point. I mean, you have this incredibly open heart and this genuine spirit. And what I want in the Wild Women Symposium is I want people to feel that they can be their authentic self and they can be completely safe. And it's a very open-hearted, loving space where it's not about judgment, and it's about recognizing that divine spark that is in each person and that each person has it. And I believe that each woman carries wisdom, and that, you know, you have this incredible amount of wisdom, but your wisdom, I love your wisdom because it's like mixed with humor and magic and metaphor. And that to me is a beautiful combination because it just disarms everybody. It disarms everybody's fears and judgments and projections because you're so comfortable in being who you are, and you're so comfortable that you are a divine spark and you have gifts to give, and you are more than willing to give them at every turn. And in so many
whether you want them or not.
whether they want them or not. But that's what's so amazing is that they do want them because they feel this genuine gifting from you that it's not actually forced. It really is like, hey, you know, hey, you want to try this? Get here, let me give you this rock, let me give you this stone. You know, and they're so grateful. Like everybody's always so grateful. So you and your partner, Emily, always have these wonderful little tools and techniques and little tchotchkes and little things that can help like stabilize the energy. And we just really appreciate you both very, very much being a part of the symposium and bringing your unique flavor to the symposium, because that's what I want. I believe that all women are beautiful and all women have an incredible gift to give. And I want all women to feel safe to come and express their divine feminine. And it doesn't have to look like anybody else's divine feminine. And it doesn't have to look like the dominant culture. It can be whatever it is for you. So I'm excited to have you again at the Wild Women Symposium. And is there anything else you would like to tell everybody out there?
I would, I was listening to what you were saying, and it's really funny. I tell the story about how you and I met at that very first one, and I was expecting you to be a complete and total bitch, and you weren't. And it was so crazy. I expected it just to be a bunch of love and lighty, new agey for me, which is it just completely turns me off. And I have to tell everybody out there, I go into this every year as my dualistic Libra flaky self, totally wanting to go and hating every moment of it before I get there. It's just like, oh my gosh, these people. And I don't know why that is, because every time I go, I have an absolute fucking blast. And I come out of there feeling so good. And it's so funny because, you talk about Emily. I look at me and Emily as like, Castor and Pollux or something, like, the light and the dark twin. And I couldn't say which is which. I swear to God, they changed throughout the whole thing, And you're right, that idea of the divine feminine, completely different. Nobody there looks like me. And I'm just a big freaking woman. It makes me laugh. I dress like a mechanic, but because it's comfortable, and I'm fat and I like it, but I get there and there's so much love and there's so much light, and that's okay. You just want to roll in it. You do. I just feel like a dog. I'm not even using that metaphor. So, but I think you see where I'm going. It's just, I'm a very happy dog. We'll go there. And I would suggest this, if you have any doubts, anybody, if you have any doubts, bring them with you. Bring your doubts with you and let us show you, and if it's not for you, that's okay. But I'm going to tell you, it's an awesome experience either way.
Exactly. And we have a lot of
coming
fun.
Back.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the most skeptical people on the planet. So
Well, we are so excited that you're coming. And again, the Wild Women Symposium is going to be at the Leonardo Center April 1st through 3rd, 2016. You can get all the information at wildwomensymposium.com, and there's tickets available on Eventbrite, and we've got group discounts, and ladies kind of know that we love you to bring all of your women friends. And so there are discounts for 2 or more women, and that's the way you want to do it. You want to create bonding rituals with your girlfriends that will last forever. And when you open in an authentic way with those nearest and dearest to you, you never lose them. You never lose your friendships. You always have these powerful anchors. And we need those powerful anchors. These are crazy times. There's a lot going on, and we need to have that support of other women. I don't think any of us can do it alone. And I'm so glad I don't have to do it alone, because I've got you, Goat.
As much as I have as much as I'm me, you will always have me.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere because I'm just funny. Anyway.
Well, thank you so much for this interview, and I will see you soon.
Yeah, well, not soon enough.
Okay, bye.
It never be soon enough. I'll see ya.